Brendan from Watto Training, and in this tutorial I'm going to run through one of our training circuits at Cannon Hill. I'm driving along Wynnum Road at the moment. I'm coming up to a set of traffic lights. I've got a lot of trucks on the left side there. I'm just monitoring any activity around there. It's peak hour, so it's fairly chocked up, as you can see. We've got a left lane ends situation on the left and a merge, so I'm just monitoring my left side there. There's no vehicles at the moment. Coming into a 70 zone. Up ahead we have a set of traffic lights. So immediately I start to make a plan. Check my mirror, indicator, shoulder check, moving over to the left, checking the footpaths for scooters, pedestrians, and moving around the bend. Next, I'm coming up to a T section and I'll take a right turn. So mirror, indicator, scan up and down the road, make sure I've got a good clear view, and then moving around nice and steady. Making sure that I'm on our side of the road, follow the road around to the left, nice and steady because I can see there's construction going on. Again, being wary, see how the guy's walking out the front of the vehicle. So I'm coming along, there's no road markings. There is a blue cat's eye in the middle there that can offer me some sort of assistance. And moving along here, quite often what we do is a reverse park if we have an appropriate situation. So I'm just going to pull up next to this vehicle here on the left. I'll go mirror to mirror to start with. About a metre away, select reverse gear. I've got a vehicle coming up behind me, so I'm going to give way to that vehicle. There's plenty of space on my right for that vehicle to go around. I'm just monitoring the road environment in case anyone's coming out of their driveways. There's a lady up ahead with a dog, but she won't be in our strike zone. I'm going to move back to the B pillar with my mirror, go full lock to the left on the steering, bring the vehicle around to about 45 degrees, straighten the vehicle, moving straight back, and then I tuck the vehicle in to the left. I'm on full lock now. Coming in nice and close to the curb but not touching. Then popping it back into D, still scanning and just lining myself up behind the forward. I'm within 45 centimetres of the curb. I'm between 1 to 2 metres behind the vehicle in front. And the maximum that I can go back on my initial manoeuvre when I come in is 3 metres. I am allowed a reverse, a forward and a reverse on that manoeuvre to get my position. If I was outside of 45 centimetres from the curb, I might get a non-critical driving error for manoeuvre position. If I reverse the vehicle up onto the grass, I'd get a general critical driving error for collision. Okay, so I'm just going to back it up a little bit. So I'm just doing a 360 check around the vehicle. Moving back a bit. Okay, mirror, indicator, shoulder check. I'm in D. It's all clear. So I'm just moving out onto the road. Still shoulder checking and getting onto our side of the road. Looking up ahead, we can see a T section. I'm going to take a right turn. As I come in, I just slow the vehicle down with my foot brake. I indicate to the right, check my mirror. I'm all clear from behind. I look up and down the road, make sure I've got a clear path. We've got a white vehicle coming through. I'm just giving way to the ute. All clear, so do another scan. Yes, it's all clear, move out. Nice steady input, nice steady acceleration. Moving up towards this next right turn, so mirror, indicator, seeing what's coming over that rise there. So I'm still monitoring. Yeah, we're all good. So we'll go around into the street to the right. It's all clear. If I don't get a reverse park on that first street, then I try and get one here. For example, that silver car would be appropriate. What I'm going to do is just go around them and park on the left side of the road up ahead. So as we come up, mirror, indicator, shoulder check, all clear. There's no one on the footpath. There's no one coming out of the driveways. And we'll pull over here on the left and tuck into the curb. I'm going to keep it in D and immediately do a 360 check around the vehicle. I'm going to go to right indicator for 5 seconds, still scanning. Shoulder check is clear. Full lock on the steering. Taking the vehicle nice and slow, no accelerator needed here. Once I get around to the side, just before I touch, I just counter steer back to the left. 360 scan around the vehicle, look over the left shoulder out the back in case someone's coming out of a driveway. Looking up and down the road to make sure it's clear. Reversing back around, stopping before I get to the other side, up and down the road. Optional right indicator on the final part of the maneuver, and around we go. Okay, next I'm going to perform a straight line reverse. So I'm just going to indicate and pull over on the left. I'm within half a metre of the curb and parallel. I'm cancelling the indicator. Some driver trainers keep the left indicator on when reversing. That's fine, but it's not a requirement. I go into reverse. It's all clear around the vehicle. When I'm doing this maneuver, I've got to look over my left shoulder mostly, out the back window to make sure it's all clear. I can supplement my observation and scanning with some left mirror checks to make sure that I'm keeping proximity from the curb, and also monitoring that I'm parallel, and also I can do some supplementary checks on the camera as well. But if I just look at the camera 100%, that's a critical driving error. If I just look at the left mirror 100%, that's also a critical. You must, as it's stated in the criteria, look out the back to see if there's any road users, pedestrians, scooters, e-bikes, etc. So when you do this maneuver, if you need to, you just need to pivot, and you can go two hands on the steering wheel, or you can go right hand up on the top of the steering wheel and brace with the left hand, looking at the back. Some people use like the little crack on the wiper at the back to line up with the curb and just keep it parallel. So we're just going back. Now the distance I need to go back is 25 to 30 meters. In this automatic vehicle, I've got my right heel planted on the floor, and I'm just controlling the pressure on the brake so I go nice and slow. That way, if there's any changes in the road environment, e.g. someone's coming out of a driveway or anything like that, then I can take action. And my action is to stop. The reversing vehicle must give way to other road users. I'm checking driveways and also making sure that when I actually pull up, I'm not pulling up in front of someone's driveway. So I'm just going to go a little bit more past there and within my half a metre of the curb. Okay, so what we'll do now is we'll put the vehicle back into D. I'll do a 360 scan around the vehicle. Then I'll go mirror, indicator, right mirror, shoulder check, 5 seconds indication, and moving out nice and smooth on the accelerator, looking up ahead, checking driveways, checking footpaths, making sure that I've got a clear path as I move through. At the end of the road we have a T section. I'm going to take a right turn, so mirror, indicator, coming up steadily, slowing down, scan to the to the left and to the right, up and down the road. I've got a white vehicle coming from my left. It's my responsibility to give way at a T section in this situation. That white vehicle should not have to slow down or deviate or take any action by my pulling out into the traffic. So I just make sure it's clear. Yep, we're good, and straight, and then turn onto our side of the road. Now I'm going to take an immediate left turn. Mirror, indicator, shoulder check is clear on the left. Got a pedestrian on the right. They're staying on their side of the road, so we're all good over there. Now I'm coming up to a crossroad, and I'm going to do a U-turn. Now I'm in a fairly big vehicle here, an SUV, so I'm going to need a little bit more space to the left just with my turning circle. And as I come up, I just adopt my positioning for my maneuver. I look up and down the road to make sure it's all clear. Yes, it is. I move very slowly out onto the road, and I don't want to cross the solid white line on the other side. And I go to full lock, and I'm going very slow, about 5 kilometers per hour. And we're coming around, and I'm scanning, and it's all good and clear. There's a pedestrian on the road up ahead, so I'll just make sure I give them plenty of space, and then up ahead we'll take a left turn. Mirror, indicator, shoulder check is clear, tucking into the left side of the road here, and I'm looking, the right is all clear, the left is clear, the right is clear. We're moving around. Now I'm going to take a right turn, so mirror, indicator, scanning up and down the road. It's all clear, and now I just move into this street with nice steady steering input. Lots of parked vehicles on the side of the road, so I'm just making sure I miss those by what would be basically like a door being thrown open, which is about 1.2 meters. Now I'm just going through at about 30 k's an hour because I have a couple of pedestrians on the right, and I've also got a gentleman getting something out of his car, so I'm just making sure that I've given him a bit of a buffer as I go around, and now I'll come back onto our side of the road. I'm also looking up ahead if there's any oncoming traffic to make sure that I manage them as well. So we're just moving around. Here comes a red vehicle from the other way, so I'm just backing off a little bit, assessing what's going on. Pedestrian on the road up ahead. coming in nice and steady into the corner. We're going to take a left turn. It's a very busy road, so mirror, indicator, shoulder checks. Yep, footpaths are clear. Right is clear. I'm going to push up to the second broken line, look on the right. Yep, it's all clear, and around we go. Now what I'm going to do is take a left turn up ahead, mirror, indicator, shoulder check, footpath is clear, bike area is clear, coming in nice and steady, bringing the speed down to about 20-25 k's an hour. Okay, driveway is clear, and now I've got a vehicle. Okay, you can see an indicator there and hazard lights. Okay, so we're just going to take it nice and steady. We've got a vehicle coming from the other way, so I'll just make sure I stay on my side of the road, and we're going to go straight ahead. Okay, so as we follow the road along, here again, there might be some sort of an opportunity along a road like this for a reverse park or a straight line reverse. Some vehicles would be able to even do a U-turn on a two-way street here. What I'm going to do next is take a right turn. So I go to the end of the road. So on this circuit, you get lots of turns. Coming up, mirror, indicator, shoulder, up and down the footpaths is clear. I've got a four-wheel drive in my way, so I look behind it and then I look past it. Yep, we're all good. And moving around into Dahlia Street. Now what we're going to do is take a right turn, so mirror, indicator, giving way to the oncoming traffic. Car going behind me. So I've adopted the correct road position here. Yep, around we go. And I'm coming up to the end of the road, and this time I'm going to take a left turn. So as I come in, I've got traffic lights to contend with. So I'm just coming in nice and steady. Left indicator is on. Green light is still on. Mirror, indicator, shoulder is clear, moving into the left lane. And now we follow this road, 70 zone, so I'll bring the speed up. And then I'm looking up ahead. I've got a left turn that I'm going to take. Bus stop is clear. Mirror, indicator, brake, shoulder check, another shoulder check just for behind that vehicle in case it's a pedestrian. And we're moving into this street here, Stanton Street. And now I've got a blue car coming through, so I'll give way to them. Now I'll move out around the vehicle, and I'm looking up ahead. I've got a speed hump, which is suggesting I should do 20, so I'm just slowing down and just going over nice and steady. Yep, okay, now we're just coming up into the school zone. It's 8:50 at the moment, so I am in the school zone time, and I'm just taking it nice and steady as we go through. Okay, through another speed hump. I've got the traffic controller up ahead for the school crossing. Things are looking clear at the moment. Okay, we're all good. Yep, little friendly wave there is always a nice way to start the day. Just checking the side streets are all good. And we can see there's a 50 sign here and a brown marking. Okay, now we've got a left turn back into Dahlia Street. So I'm just turning through, stopping, looking on the right, complete stop, all clear. Yes, no rolling back on takeoff. And then we've done our hill start maneuver. Because I'm in an automatic, I've just used the foot brake there, and it's had the hill hold 3 seconds and moving away, no rolling back, no dramas at all. If you're in a manual, you could use your handbrake as well. Okay, we're just giving way to that vehicle coming through. Now we're just moving out and going straight ahead. And I'm going to take a right turn up ahead. Got a vehicle backing out, so I'm just monitoring them. Okay, they've seen us, we've seen them. Right indicator, coming in nice and steady. Looking to make sure it's clear. And through we go. Okay, well done. We're into Muir Street. And now we're going to take a left turn. So mirror, indicator, shoulder check. And I'm just going to check to the right as we go into Erica Street. Yep, we're all good. And we're just coming around because of that positioning of that four-wheel drive. Just make sure no one's flying along from the other direction. That's the way. So out we go now. So now what I'm going to do is just meander my way through this little back street here because we've got some parked vehicles. And just take it nice and steady. And then what I'll do next is the gear changing exercise for the automatic. And as I come along here, it'll be slightly downhill. So what I do is I just move into the gears, which in this particular vehicle is the plus and minus. And it tells me I'm in 4th gear. So I'm just going to put a little bit of foot brake on, 30 k's an hour, drop it down to 3. So I've gone down to a lower gear. If your student wants to have more practice, a little bit more foot brake, bring it down to 2 at about 20 k's an hour, 20, 25. And again, just going around these cars here, just nice and safe. I'm going to take it out of the manual mode now, just flick it over, and I'm back into D for drive. Now I'm going to go down to the end of the road and take a left. So mirror, indicator. We're coming from Erica Street, turning left. And now we're coming up to our next situation, which is our crossroad with stop sign controls. So we're just coming up, positioning the vehicle very carefully. Got someone getting out of the vehicle up ahead, so I'm just being aware of that. And complete stop. And look up and down the road that it's all clear. And then moving out nice and steady. Okay, now we're following this road. Okay, now I'm just pulling over on the left side of the road here. Mirror, indicator, shoulder, and come to a complete stop. The next thing I'm going to do is a U-turn in a wide street. So I'm from the side of the road here. I'm in a fairly big vehicle here, so I probably need the space that I've got. So what we'll do is we'll go into D, we'll go 360 check around the vehicle, mirror, indicator for 5 seconds, because in this particular case, I am going from the side of the road. I have got a vehicle, 2 vehicles coming, so I'm just going to cancel the signal and just wait. Okay, 3 vehicles coming. Just cancel the signal and wait patiently for those vehicles to clear. Okay, there's vehicle 1. And here come the other 2 vehicles. Once I see that it's clear, I will do the U-turn maneuver. Got a vehicle coming from the opposite direction now. Key thing is, if you have to wait, be patient. Okay, right indicator's on, clear, clear. Okay, moving off now. Shoulder check is clear. That vehicle that I was concerned about has turned off, so we're all good there. Monitoring up and down the road as I go, and we're all clear. Okay, we're going to follow this road. Our next maneuver is to go through the crossroad again. So as you can probably tell, we give the stop signs a good workout to make sure that people are demonstrating the correct techniques for managing stop signs. Okay, we're all good to go. We're going straight ahead. Next maneuver we're going to do is a U-turn into a side street. I'm just going to pull over for a second, allow a car to go past. So mirror, indicator, shoulder check. That way I can perform my maneuver without any great drama. So we're going to do the U-turn into the side street up here, Erica Street. So what I'll do is 360 check around the vehicle is clear, mirror, indicator, 5 seconds notice, shoulder check is clear, moving away from the curb very steadily, coming up to our T section, slowing the vehicle down, making sure it's all clear up and down the road and to my right, and then coming into the side street, full lock on the steering, nice and steady. Check up and down the road. We go fully into the side street. Right shoulder check is clear, and then moving back around onto the road. Okay, this time we're going to take a right turn at the stop signs. We're going to again watch these people cutting the corner here. Okay, coming up and stopping, looking up and down the road. We're all good. And around we go. Next, we're going to take a left turn at the end of the road. So we're coming up to Merrick Street, mirror, indicator, slowing down. Good look up on the right because it's a rise and I need to make sure it's all clear. Plus I've got a Honda parked just around the corner. So a lot of these back streets, there's a real skill in the learner driver being able to look up to the right that it's all clear, but then also just making sure no one is coming up flying up the road, because our pathway is a little bit different to what it would normally be. Okay, next we're coming down to the end of the road and we'll take a left turn, so mirror, indicator. This time we've got a broken line for a give way situation. We're all clear up on the right. We look up ahead into Dorothea Street, mirror, indicator, slowing down, looking up and down the road. Again, I've got a big block out on my right, so I'm just going to creep and I'm going to lean forward and look, and it's all clear, and away we go. And then I follow the road And then as we come around this sweeping bend, I've got my limit point, which is a straight line vision of which I have. So I just look through the corner. There's the white car. The key is to capture the vision on the white car early, and that way I can take action if, for example, they're on the wrong side of the road or anything like that. Okay, mirror indicator checking, and now we come around. Next maneuver is going to the left lane. So I've just taken a right turn straight into the left lane for a left turn and pulled up behind the stop line. Come to a complete stop. One of the key things to remember is green doesn't mean go. There is a condition, and that means if it's safe to do so. Okay, there's green, scan, scan, scan. We're good as gold. Okay, going into the left lane. My next maneuver is a lane change to the right lane. So I go mirror, indicator, right mirror, right shoulder, gliding over. Following the road, making sure I'm at least 2 seconds behind the vehicle in front. My next maneuver is a U-turn at the traffic lights. So as we come up, mirror, indicator, gliding across the broken line. Does the sign support a U-turn? Yes, it does. Pulling up behind the high ace. The general consensus here is that you pull up so that you can see where the tyres meet the road with the line of sight as you look down past your bonnet. Now, because I'm in a bigger vehicle, when I do this U-turn, I'm going to go a little bit deeper into the intersection, and then I'm going to turn. So I've got plenty of turning arc. Okay, scanning, looking left, looking right, checking for bikes. Up ahead I can see a 70 sign, so we start to crank it up and we follow the road. We're heading along the road and I'm looking up ahead. I've got traffic lights. Next maneuver I'm going to do is a left turn. You can see the bike lane there, so this is a really good situation whereby as I come up, I do my mirror checks, I do my left indicator, and because I've got the bike lane, I do a left shoulder check and I look for bikes and it's all clear, and over I go. Now I'm going to the Southgate Avenue, left indicator, scan for pedestrians, bicycles, etc. Right shoulder check is clear, and I'm going to follow the road around to the left. My next maneuver is a left turn. So as I look up ahead, I see the street, mirror, indicator, left shoulder check is clear, slowing the vehicle down, and I'm taking that corner at about 20-25 k's an hour. Nice and steady, everything smooth, everything controlled, nice smooth steering inputs. Looking up ahead, I can see I've got parked vehicles on the left side of the road. I've got some driveways, the driveways are clear. I'm also looking out for potential pedestrians walking out from behind vehicles, etc. I've got a white car turning across in front of me, but I've got sufficient buffer zone there between us and them. I'm going to follow the road along. It goes around to the right. The suggested speed is 30, so I'm just going to drop my speed down. Take it nice and steady. At the end of the road, I'm taking a left turn. So mirror, indicator, slowing right down here because I've got some construction going on. Checking the footpath, lots of traffic, so nice and steady. Got workers on the road, so just take it steady. Stop here when directed, nothing at the moment, so we'll take a right turn, mirror, indicator. Okay, now I'm giving way to all vehicles on the roundabout, so I'm just waiting. What is this driver doing? A U-turn. So luckily we waited then because the driver actually didn't have an indicator on, but they were on the roundabout, so we were required to give way. Okay, so I'm going around the roundabout. Speed is about 20 for that situation. Left indicator, scan as we depart, and lo and behold, we've got a railway crossing up ahead, and we are required to stop and wait behind the boom gate. So what information do I have here? Railway crossing, 3 tracks, stop on red signal. So I'm stopped at the moment. We've got the boom gates down, we've got the red lights flashing, and it's just a waiting game at the moment. Here we go. The key is to be patient. The key is to put safety as number one. Boom gates go up. Red lights are still flashing. Red lights have stopped flashing. Okay, now we move to the railway line. Look up and down. Clear, clear, clear. Okay, we're over the bumps and away we go. Okay, following the road along, scanning side streets. We've got a roundabout up ahead. So I'm just slowing the vehicle down. We're going to go straight ahead at this one. Slowing down, giving way to all vehicles on the roundabout. Yep, we're all good. No indicator to enter, but left indicator to depart. Scan, the footpath, all clear. Indicator cancels, follow the road. Make sure we're inside the white line on the left and we're inside the broken line on the right. There's construction going on the left, so just being wary of that. We've got another roundabout up ahead. We're going to go straight ahead at this one, so slowing the vehicle down, mirror check. Okay, straight ahead, left indicator. I think, you get those situations like that railway line back there, and because someone had to wait, they could be worrying about being late for work or something like that. If you do get a tailgating driver, it's really important to be predictable and just very, very calculated in your speed control. The other thing that I have in my mind is, as I go over to this far left lane over here, that I can go to lane 1 or 2. If I go straight over to the far left lane, if anyone is in a hurry, and that's sort of out of my control, but if anyone is in a hurry, then they will normally sneak up on the right lane. So we'll go straight over, scanning to make sure there's no red light runners. Okay, and now my responsibility is to adopt the safe speed, so I'm doing about 55. Coming up the hill, I can see a bit of activity on the left side of the road over there with some vehicle pulled over on the left side of the road. So I'm just monitoring the actions of that situation. Okay, and we're following the road. Yep, we're all good on the left. Up ahead we have some heavy vehicles. We also have a red light situation. So what I'm going to do is just slow down, come through nice and smooth. And pull up a safe distance behind the vehicle in front. Lights have gone green, but we need to wait for the line of traffic to all start to move. Monitor that left mirror in case any bikes sneak up on the left. Okay, lights are green. Checking both sides for any erratic activity by any drivers. Checking to the left for that slip lane. Just monitoring what other vehicles are doing around me. We're going to go straight ahead. We're not going to take a left and go onto the Gateway Bridge. We're going to go straight ahead. So we'll just keep following the road for the moment. And we can see that the suggested speed for heavy vehicles is 40 k's an hour around this sweeping bend to the right. The camber does lean a little bit, such that that could be an issue if you took the corner at too high a speed. Making sure I monitor the vehicle in front, so I keep at least a 2-second gap between us and them. I do want to get into the right lane at some point. At the moment, I can't sneak over, so I'm going to get through the next 2 sets of lights and then I'm going to have another look to see how we go. Okay, lights are green. My pathway is clear. I can move through the set of lights. I'm going to keep my 2-second gap and just push through the next set of lights. Indicate to the right, let everyone know what I want to do. Blue car is holding back for me. That's very nice of them. I'm going to go over and take that right lane when it's safe. Check the speed. The speed zone's 70. Make sure I'm at least 2 seconds behind the vehicle in front. So let's just check that out. So we've got 0, 1, 2. Okay, yep, good. 2-second gap. Braking, so I'm braking. Protecting that crash avoidance space. Right indicator, mirror check. I'm going to go straight to the far right lane. Again, keeping that 2-second buffer between us and the white vehicle. And I'm also monitoring what's happening behind me. My braking actions need to be predictable. Lights have gone green. Because of the slow nature of the heavy vehicle, we can get up and away without having any impact on them. They do have the red and yellow signs in the back of the vehicle. Now we've just got to take note here, we've got a 40 zone, so I'm just going to slow it right down. make sure we obey the speed limit. Yep, there we go. We'll just stay 40 until we clear into the next speed sign. Just coming back to that right turn situation back there. The red and yellow do not overtake turning vehicle signs on the vehicle. I use those traffic lights all the time when I'm heading down the Gold Coast, etc. And if I'm in a situation whereby one of those heavy vehicles needs that lane space to me, I'll just lag back. If I'm right up near the cab and the lights go green and we can move away, we'll have moved away before that truck's even moved 1 or 2 meters. So in that situation, you're clearing without any dramas at all. Okay, so the speed zone's gone 70, so we'll just increase our speed. Heavy vehicles on the right, so just be aware of them. Following the signs to the Gold Coast. This gives us a new traffic challenge on this circuit, which is merging onto the freeway, going to high speed. Left lane ends, we need to move over, so mirror, indicator, shoulder check, and we're just gliding over. Now just got to make sure as I come over, I re-establish my 2-second gap. So let's just make sure we've got that right. Okay, 0, 1, 2. Okay, yep, all good. We're going to take an exit up ahead. Mirror, indicator, gliding over into the left lane. Warning sign. The traffic speed up ahead is 80, and I'm doing 80 anyway, so no dramas. We'll stay in the left lane and follow the road. Exit 100, southbound of the Gateway Bridge. Speed is good. We're just going to go up to the traffic lights and take a right turn. So we've done a high speed run. We've done a merge onto the freeway. We've done a merge off the freeway. And now we're going to go to the traffic lights and take a right turn. So just easing off the accelerator. 60k an hour. Smooth braking. Ooh. Right indicator. Monitoring other traffic. And stopping behind the stop line. Coming up to the red light here. Just gone green. So I'm just going to look for red light runners. We're all good. Monitor what's happening around me, and we've got another merge situation, so I'm doing a left shoulder check just for safety, just to see if anyone's zipping up on the left. And we're going to continue straight ahead. Up ahead we have a green light, and I'm just allowing the traffic to get moving. I want to keep that minimum 2-second gap buffer zone. We've also got a bike lane on the left, so I'm just looking actively for bikes. We've got bus stops on the left, so I'm actively looking for buses. We've also got lots of driveways on the left, so I'm just being wary. This is an industrial estate here, so lots of heavy vehicles as well. As we come up to the red light, we're just slowing, but I've also got red brake lights, which are communicating to me that the traffic is slowing. So again, keeping the 2-second buffer, and then monitoring that queuing distance to make sure I pull up behind the red car and I can see where their tyres hit the tar, as they say, and just waiting again, as I said earlier, monitoring that right mirror for heavy vehicles, monitoring the left side for bicycles. The lights have gone green. We need to wait for the traffic to get moving, and then we can take our turn and move off. Establish a 2-second gap. Scan to the right and left for any people sneaking across at the lights or anything. Checking the bus stop is clear on the left. Checking the activity of other drivers in my lane, but also in the lane next to me. Looking actively for speed signs. There's still no bikes around. Following the road up ahead. Maintaining a 2-second buffer. I can see some yellow and black signs up ahead. Anytime I see a warning sign, okay, I can see a driver coming into my lane, so it just re-established a 2-second gap. Okay, side road closed. Okay, so it's information giving, but there's no change in the speed limit as far as I can tell. Monitor what's happening behind me. The person behind is 2 seconds behind. And this comes to the end of our circuit.